Dag ein intellectual wewiggle, O denizens of Bisegara digitalis, fortune summoned thee to witness the rhetorical unraveling of an ideological conflagration, a tempest of dialectical dismay aimed at destiny, the liberal hubbinder of misguided tapestry, and his corruptive influence upon the Canadian phenom XQC.
Watched a video about the protests outside the courthouse and was comparing him to the Joker and Lee Harvey Oswald. Yeah, I think it's because XQC just watches Destiny. That's it. And only gets his opinions from Destiny and doesn't doesn't come up with any of his own personal opinions. That's got to be it. No, it's not because he's rich as chat. Get out of here. If I were to talk to XQC 2, 3, 4 years ago about like how Americans don't have socialized medicine, as a Canadian man, he would have been like, yeah, no, that doesn't make any sense. But I think like that's most likely the reason. That's the only, because aside from right-wing content creators like Ben Shapiro, Tim Pool, and all these other people, like the only person I've seen online that is like routinely trying to defend Brian Thompson's honor is Destiny. So if you're like a Destiny orbiter, if you're watching him regularly to, come across as like an intelligent person by repeating some of his takes, you're gonna oftentimes find yourself on the wrong side of most issues. But that's probably what it is. It's okay, though. It is what it is. Please tell me you saw this outrageous shit. Yeah. I saw bits and pieces of Sean O'Brien on Tucker Carlson, and we'll cover it in a second. We'll do that. Don't worry. I'm a paramedic in Canada, and it always baffles me, and some of my coworkers think we need to change for a for-profit system. I don't think it's that baffling. I don't think it's that shocking. People are stupid. You know what I mean? Canadians are stupid too. Americans are dumbest. There's plenty of Americans who exist under this cruel for-profit healthcare structure and still personally believe no, better things are not possible. You know what I mean? There are conservatives everywhere, no matter where you go in the world. In Canada, they live in Alberta, okay? What is Destiny's take? I don't know. I just saw a tweet. She gets a death penalty just to see the collective meltdown. It's just so funny. Probably compared Luigi to Rittenhouse, to be honest. No, he didn't. Because he defended Kyle Rittenhouse very famously. No, he loved Kyle Rittenhouse. He hates Luigi Mangione. No, he is just a right-winger. Like, what are you talking about? He's defending the honor of for-profit healthcare. That's what he's doing. You know? It's so weird he's acting morally superior about this when he was literally dunking on the guy who got shot at the Trump rally. Yeah, he's just all over the place. You know, he's a debate mercenary. Again, no conviction, no moral compass, no consistency. He will present itself. He will present his arguments as though they are morally consistent, but it doesn't matter. You know? If you consistently get your nose from this guy, you are most likely going to be on the wrong side of virtually every issue. But hey, if you can repeat his talking points fast enough, maybe you will think that you're coming across as brilliant. But most people will slowly but surely pull themselves away from you, not because they can't stand your brilliance, but because you're both annoying and also wrong. That's it. And constantly want to debate about how right you are, even though you are very obviously wrong. You will never be able to debate someone out of the harm that they have personally experienced by for-profit healthcare, for example. It's just not going to happen because they saw the pain with their own two eyes. But good luck.
Hasanabi, the Marxist sentinel, laments the insidious transmogrification of XQC's critical faculties under the liberal guile of destiny, a phenomenon emblematic of the broader malaise inflicted by the deceptive allure of neoliberal rationalizations masquerading as cogent discourse. The scenario unfurls as a cautionary tale of parasocial osmosis, where destiny's rhetorical dexterity serves as a corrosive solvent eroding the otherwise fertile tile of XQC's nascent ideological landscape. Hasanabi, dismayed by this phenomenon, casts his critique in a symphonic maelstrom of Marxian invective, dissecting the dynamics of power, persuasion, and performative intellectualism that underpin this ideological derailment. XQC, whose journey into the ideological labyrinth once bore the potential for radical critique, now emerges as a tragic figure, a marionette whose strings are plucked by destiny's convoluted liberalism. Hasanabi posits that the root of this corruption lies not merely in destiny's arguments but in the structural logic of neoliberal hegemony itself. Destiny, for all his ostensible commitment to rational debate, serves as a cipher for the perpetuation of systemic inequities cloaked in the guise of intellectual rigor. To Hasanabi, the tragedy of XQC's intellectual drift is underscored by the dissonance between his Canadian upbringing, imbued with the benefits of socialized healthcare, and his gradual alignment with destiny's defense of for-profit systems. This alignment, Hasanabi contends, is emblematic of a broader epistemic capture, wherein individuals are seduced by the performative allure of debate while forsaking the material realities that underpin the lived experiences. It is a tale as old as the commodification of thought itself, the transformation of critical inquiry into an echo chamber of self-referential validation. Destiny's influence upon XQC represents a microcosm of liberalism's broader corruptive impact on discourse. Hasanabi critiques the sophistic tendencies inherent in destiny's rhetoric, wherein the presentation of moral consistency is belied by an underlying allegiance to the status quo. His allegiance manifests in the defense of for-profit systems, the normalization of structural inequities, and the obfuscation of material realities through rhetorical sleight of hand. Hasanabi's lamentation extends beyond XQC to encompass the broader consequences of destiny's liberalism. He critiques the ways in which destiny's arguments, though ostensibly grounded in logic, fail to grapple with the systemic contradictions of capitalism. By framing issues through an individualistic lens, destiny's rhetoric perpetuates a paradigm that prioritizes debate over solidarity, intellectual posturing over collective action, and abstraction over material engagement. The interplay between destiny and XQC underscores the dangers of parasocial relationships in the digital age. XQC, in seeking intellectual validation, becomes ensnared in a web of performative debate, wherein his own critical faculties are subsumed by destiny's rhetorical dominance. This dynamic, Hasanabi argues, reflects the broader commodification of discourse, where the pursuit of intellectual clout eclipses the pursuit of justice. Hasanabi's critique is not merely an indictment of destiny but a call to arms for those who seek to resist the siren song of neoliberal rationalizations. He urges his audience to reject the superficial allure of performative intellectualism and to embrace a materialist analysis that centers the lived experiences of the oppressed. To do so, he contends, requires a commitment to solidarity, a rejection of individualism, and a recognition of the systemic forces that shape our world. The corruption of XQC's ideological trajectory serves as a reminder of the fragility of critical consciousness in the face of hegemonic influence. Hasanabi's critique highlights the importance of cultivating spaces for radical discourse that resist the commodification of thought and prioritize collective liberation over individual validation. In doing so, he offers a vision of discourse that transcends the limitations of liberalism, embracing the transformative potential of Marxist analysis. The broader implications of destiny's influence extend beyond XQC to encompass the dynamics of digital discourse itself. Hasanabi critiques the ways in which platforms like Twitch and YouTube, by incentivizing performative debate and sensationalism, contribute to the erosion of substantive engagement. His critique extends to the audience, whose consumption of content is often shaped by algorithms that prioritize controversy over insight, spectacle over substance, and individual personalities over collective movements. In summation, Hasanabi's reaction to Destiny's influence on XQC serves as both a critique of liberalism's corrosive impact on discourse and a call to resist the commodification of thought in the digital age. Through his analysis, Hasanabi illuminates the dynamics of power, persuasion, and performative intellectualism that shape our world, offering a vision of discourse that prioritizes justice, solidarity, and liberation. Let this essay stand as a monument to the transformative potential of radical critique, a dirge for the pitfalls of neoliberal rationalizations, and a call to reclaim the emancipatory power of discourse in the face of hegemonic influence. It is a hymn to the possibilities of collective liberation, a testament to the enduring relevance of Marxist analysis, and a reminder of the importance of resisting the commodification of thought in an age of digital spectacle.